even to this day, we don't really promote ourselves as much as some universities do. And when we started to promote ourselves and get the alumni really involved in promoting the university, there was a sea change out there that you could start to see. We got terrific faculty. We always have had wonderful faculty. Well, I don't think the faculty's, I think it's as good today as it's ever been, maybe better. And the students, the caliber of students it then attracted, and we had an amazing set of facilities that came online, and really from 1990 on.
Not only do I owe my career, started here at Illinois State. I got an undergrad and then a master's, and I taught school here while getting my master's. But I met my wife here, and so we've gone on to have 5 kids. My oldest, Chris, graduated in 2006. My daughter, my third child, went to Illinois Wesleyan. She didn't go to ISU, but she went to Wesleyan for a couple of years. And so when I look back over my career, and when I look at my family, the roots really start here. And even though I don't get down to campus as much as I'd like to, every time I come down, I start reminiscing and thinking about what it was like back in college. And some of my best friends today are still some of the friends that I roomed with in college. And so my life was changed dramatically from a career standpoint, from a family standpoint, and from a personal friend standpoint as well.
As a result of getting my education here at Illinois State, which I might add was quite affordable back then and still is, I was able to then pursue a business career with State Farm Insurance Companies. I retired as an executive vice president, member of the Chairman's Council, and I was able to do so many things, not only for myself individually from a personal standpoint, for my family, but also able to give back to the community, all because I happened to come to Illinois State in 1968 and take 6 hours not knowing whether I'd be able to really compete or ultimately graduate. So it's been a cornerstone, a foundation to my life, and it's only heightened the importance of realizing that education is the key for anything that you want to do in life.
We moved here from Cleveland, Ohio 50 years ago, where my husband accepted a teaching position in the psych department at ISU. And so then that became the focus of our life, the madrigal dinners, homecoming parades, the entertainment series, but most importantly, education. All 4 of our children graduated from ISU. I did 2 advanced degrees in the College of Nursing. And so it's been our whole life. We've been involved one way or another with the university. All 4 of our children went on to do complete graduate degrees. All are successful in their respective professions. And all of that comes from the foundation that they got at ISU.
Illinois State, and I'm going to say Illinois State Normal, because that's what it was when I graduated from it, has had a huge impact on my life. I was kind of a farm boy from Ottawa, Illinois. When I went to grade school, we had 3 rooms in our school, and so I always grew up in very small little schools. And when I arrived here in Illinois State Normal in 1956, it was like I had come to the big city, and it was really kind of I was impressed by it and kind of awed by it. Met my roommate here. We roomed together for 4 years, and we're still very close best friends. But during that time, I started out, I thought I was going to be a biology teacher and a basketball coach. And after a couple years, I started taking some courses in the biological sciences that kind of turned my interest toward medicine.
Illinois State University has had a tremendous impact on my life, both personally and professionally, whether it's the education and the wonderful faculty, but most importantly the people that I met here and the connections I made, lifelong friendships, really helped provide a strong foundation for me to grow a successful career at McDonald's. So I had wonderful memories and wonderful experiences while I was here, and opportunities working at the daily vidette and his ad sales rep really helped get me a foot in the door and really set me apart from other graduates. So getting that real world experience while I was still a student here was just critical to my success at McDonald's. And like I said, the lifelong friendships that I've made, I quite literally helped me get my foot into the door at McDonald's as a fellow Redbird was working there. So having that connection, being able to leverage that resource network was key, and quite, definitely put me on the trajectory that I'm on right now.